Now, in Afghanistan, the number of people who died in an attack on Friday on an education centre has risen to 53. More than 110 are injured. The UN says casualty figures are likely to rise. Most of the victims are female students. The BBC's South Asia correspondent Igitero reports.
The UN says casualty numbers could rise even further because the explosion took place at a centre where hundreds of teenagers had gathered to take a mock test in preparation for university admissions. Eyewitnesses have told the BBC that the suicide bomber ran into the centre and detonated an explosive device at the front of the class where female students were seated, separated from male students who were sitting in the benches at the back. And that's why most of those who've been killed are young women and girls. And to just give a context of who these women, who these girls were. So girls are barred from going to secondary schools in most of Afghanistan by the Taliban government. Many of these female students would have been in secondary schools, but because they were unable to go to secondary school, they were taking private tuition, private lessons to continue their studies so that they could prepare for university entrance exams and continue their education in the future. And it's those girls, it's those women whose families were using whatever little means they have in a crumbling economy to try to continue their education. They've been targeted. No group has yet claimed responsibility for the attack, but we have previously seen attacks against girls' schools, and in particular the Hazara ethnic minority community targeted, as it has been in this case as well. And many of those attacks have been carried out by ISKP, Islamic State Khorasan Province, the regional affiliate of Islamic State. The Taliban have also been accused of carrying out persecution against the Hazara minority. They've been accused this time around of not doing enough to protect this community. So we have seen that because of the explosion that happened on Friday, protests which were triggered in different parts of Afghanistan, in the provinces of Kabul, Herat, Bamiyan, and even Balkh, we've seen women and some men marching on the streets demanding security and demanding the right to be educated. Now, one of the reasons why the UN has come in trying to verify the casualty numbers is because we have seen in previous instances the Taliban underreporting the number of people who died in such attacks, seeking to play down the threat of ISKP.
Igitero.